All right, let's talk about something you probably haven't thought twice about since you were, what, 5 years old? The ABC song. We're going to dig in and uncover why this incredibly simple tune is, no joke, a masterpiece of educational design.
You just heard that in your head, didn't you? Instantly. It's like a core memory for, well, for pretty much everyone. But what if I told you that behind that simple little tune, there's some seriously incredible cognitive engineering at play?
So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at the song we all know and love. Then we'll get into the actual building blocks of learning that it uses. We'll talk about the power of repetition, how it tackles that tricky final stretch of the alphabet, and finally, pull it all together to show you why it's a true masterpiece.
I mean, we all know the song works. It's undeniable. But have you ever really stopped to ask why? What is it about this specific little jingle that makes it one of the most effective learning tools ever made? Well, that's exactly the question we're going to answer.
Okay, let's start with section 1, the song we all know. We're going to unpack this childhood classic.
So let's get one thing straight right away. The ABC song is not just some happy accident. Nope. It is a perfectly, meticulously engineered learning machine. It's designed to basically install the source code for language into a kid's brain. Every single note, every word, it's all there for a reason.
All right, on to part 2, building blocks of learning. Let's really analyze the architecture of that first verse.
So it all kicks off with this line, right? A is for apple. And you're thinking, okay, sure, A is for apple. What's the big deal? But that specific choice, apple, is actually our first huge clue to the song's hidden genius.
Just think about it for a second. Why apple? Well, for one, it's a real concrete object. It's something a kid can actually hold in their hand. The word itself, apple, super simple, one syllable, and the A sound is crystal clear. But here's the kicker. The song adds that little visual detail, shiny and red. It takes the abstract idea of a letter, A, and makes it totally tangible and unforgettable.
And this wasn't a one-off thing either. This pattern of engaging multiple senses just keeps going. It's not just about what you see. Take C, for example. Okay, so again, we've got a common animal, cat, easy to visualize. But this time, the song adds a whole new layer, sound. That meow, meow is a brilliant auditory hook. Now, we're not just using our eyes, we're using our ears too. When you do that, you're building much stronger connections in the brain. It makes the letter C stick. This is what you'd call multisensory learning, and it's just fantastic.
You can actually see the formula laid out here. For A, you've got a visual detail. For B, a functional one. A bed is for rest. And for C and D, you get sound. By anchoring these first few letters to really clear, distinct sensory details, the song builds the super solid foundation for the learner. It's like building with Legos. You get the base right first. It makes the whole task feel less overwhelming and really builds a kid's confidence right out of the gate.
Okay, let's move on to part 3, the power of repetition. We're diving into that chorus you literally can't forget. So, the chorus? What is it really? At its core, it's a perfect mnemonic device. And that's just a fancy way of saying it's a memory trick. It's a structure built specifically to help our brains grab onto a long string of information, like, 26 letters, and not let go.
And here's the secret sauce. Yeah, repetition is a huge part of it, obviously. But look at the other ingredients. The rhythm makes it catchy, almost impossible not to remember. And then there's this crucial technique called chunking. Think about it. The song doesn't just throw 26 letters at you. It breaks them down into these tiny, manageable groups. A, B, C, D, pause. E, F, G, pause. Trying to memorize 26 things at once is a nightmare, but memorizing a few small chunks? Totally doable. And this part? This is just brilliant. That little line, "It's easy, you'll see," that is not filler. It's pure psychological genius. Right at the moment when a kid might start to feel like, wow, this is a lot, the song literally tells them, hey, you got this, it's easy. It's positive reinforcement baked right into the lyrics. Which brings us to part 4, the final stretch. So how does the song handle those tricky letters at the very end?
Okay, so as we get near the end, the song totally switches gears. It's like, forget the details, let's just finish this thing. It turns into this rapid-fire finale, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. The goal isn't deep learning anymore. It's all about momentum. It creates this amazing rush that just carries you over the finish line. It feels awesome, like you're sprinting the victory.
And right after that final sprint, the song does something so smart. The chorus that you know and love comes back, but they change one little thing, a tiny critical change to the lyrics.
Instead of
Come Sing With Me, it becomes a celebration. We've learned our letters. It flips from an invitation to a declaration of victory. That little switch gives you this incredible feeling of accomplishment. It's like a dopamine hit for your brain, locking in the entire experience as a success.
So let's bring it all home. Part 5. Why it's a masterpiece. Let's put all these pieces together.
You see, it's not any one single thing that makes this song so effective. It's the way it flawlessly weaves together a few absolutely key principles of learning into one perfect, simple package.
And these are the pillars of its success. You have concrete association, which gives you a solid foundation to start. You have a memorable rhythm that makes it stick. And you have positive repetition that builds confidence and reinforces the learning. It's these three things working together in perfect harmony.
And really, that's the ultimate takeaway here. The song's true genius is how simple it feels. It does so much heavy lifting behind the scenes, but all we experience is a fun little tune. It is an absolute masterclass in what you might call invisible design, the kind of design that's so good you don't even notice it's there.
So that leaves me with one final question for you. If the good old ABC song is this ridiculously well-designed, what other simple masterpieces are hiding all around us in plain sight? What other bits of everyday genius have we just completely overlooked?
Like what you saw, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fable Nest for more stories like this.